Hi there, you're watching Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now with me, Shreyanshi Singh and Snehisha, and this is the show where we get all of your stock-related queries answered from both the technical as well as the fundamental perspective. But before we kickstart the show and start taking all of your queries, let's take a look at the markets, and there's a lot to look at, especially with that fall coming in.
There's a lot to look at, but there's a lot you don't want to look at. But unfortunately, we have to, because let's address that the flash on the bottom of the screen. Nifty barely holding on to the 23,100 level right now. We've seen a massive fall coming in from the day's highest point. 180 points lower is where we are. A very sharp cut coming in on the Nifty right now, and we're just struggling to hold above those 23,100 levels. And Sensex also, in fact, Sensex sees a deeper cut, roughly 1% cut coming in. There's been a sharp downfall coming in for both, for all of these indices rather. Right now, you have Nifty Bank that is down and out by 1.8% to 2.2% cut coming in for Nifty Bank right now. Also not looking very good. Let's quickly pull up the broader markets and see what they are doing. Some show of strength coming in because the mid-cap index is not falling as much as the others. It's a 0.2% cut. It's slipped to the red nonetheless. There has been a cut over there, but the quantum of that cut is not as steep as the peer indices. Small cap, however, continues to lag. 0.7% cut coming in on that front as well. Couple of key draggers when it comes to this big cut on Nifty that we're seeing. Axis Bank, that overhang from the earnings continues. 6% lower is where that stock is. Infosys, despite a good set of numbers, the management commentary has been mixed. And if you take out one item from their P&L, which is a specialized item this time, if you take that component out, the earnings have not been as par with what the street was estimating. So on the back of that, you had Infosys ADR that was falling away. Infosys also in our markets down 6%. You have Kotak Bank 2.5% lower, ICICI Bank, M&M, Shriram Finance, Wipro lower ahead of earnings estimates. So that stock is also not doing well at all. But that's what the market is looking like right now. Sectorally also, Realty continues to be a strong performer today. Lodha is up 5%. That's the only stock that is in fact holding up the Realty index. FMCG, Metal, Energy barely holding on to the green by the skin of the teeth. What's losing away in today's trade is Nifty IT. A 2.5% cut coming in on this front. Infosys, of course, the top loser over there, followed by LTI, Mindtree, Wipro, TCS and Persistent. Nifty Bank, Financial Services, PSU, Auto, Media, and now even Pharma in fact has managed to slip into the red. So not looking good for our markets right now. It's a very steep fall coming in. Let's just pull up the Nifty once again and see if we are above those 23,100 levels. Yes, we are there right now. Nonetheless, a sharp cut coming in. Let's see what happens in the couple of in the trading hours that are left for today.
Well, absolutely, let's just see how that really pans out for us. Just holding on to that particular level that we've marked out for you as well. And let's also kickstart the show and start taking all of your stock-related queries. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at the number that you can write to us at. That'll be flashing on the top of your screens as well as on your screens as well. This is the number where you should be mentioning your buy price for the stocks that you're already invested in, and for the ones that you hope to invest in, do remember to mention the time horizon that you then have in mind for these particular queries. But let's then take our conversation forward with the guests that we have for you, and this is the techie special because we do have Rupak Day, who's a senior technical analyst at LKP Securities, and along with him we do have KKunal Parar, who's a vice president technical research and Algo Choice Equity Broking as well. So good morning first of all, and I wanted to take the first query that is in fact coming in on Vodafone Idea, coming in from Professor GT Rao, writing to us from Visakhapatnam, writing to us about Vodafone Idea, 10,000 shares, buy price is 13.8 rupees, has been holding on to this particular stock for the last 6 months. What do you make of this, Kunal?
Well, if you talk about Vodafone Idea right now, it has been trading at the 9 level, and I'm seeing a further upside momentum in the counter. No doubt the volatility is high for this counter, but nothing to worry about this counter as of now because stock has formed strong support nearby 750 to 8. So we may see a good bounce back up to the level of 920 to 10. So if you have a position particularly in this stock, please hold this stock. We may see a good upside momentum up to the level of 950. And if stock breaks this 950, then further upside would be there up to the level of 12 to 13. So if one has a position particularly for medium term to long term, then from my side, it's like to hold this stock.
Well, thanks for that view coming in, and good morning and welcome to the show. Also, Rupak, let me come to you for our next query. This query is coming in from our viewer Lakshmi from Hyderabad. She's a senior citizen and a long-term investor. She's holding 500 shares of Irera at 35 rupees per share. So quite the attractive buy price coming in, and 450 shares of Bajaj Housing Finance at 74 rupees per share. What are the future prospects of these companies? Can she continue to hold? Would really appreciate your view on Irera coming in.
I think IRIDA has slipped recently, and it has been sustaining below its important moving average for the last few days. So till the time it is remaining below 211, the stock is likely to remain in the negative zone, and I think the sentiment might remain negative, which might lead the stock towards 200 in the short term. So it's a stock which is trading in the negative zone till the time it is trading below 211. Above 211, the stock might move towards 220 kind of level in the short term.
Coming in as far as the radar then is concerned, Kunal, I'm going to come right back to you because we do have Mohit writing to us from Ludhiana, wants to know about HDFC Life, 200 shares, buy price at 599 rupees. Kunal, what do you make of this one?
Well, if you talk about HDFC Life right now, we have seen a very good upside momentum, particularly in this insurance space, and further upside would be there because the way all the stocks, particularly in this segment, has been trading, they all have formed a good bottom. And recently, we have also observed some breakout along with the moving averages. So. Not only this HDFC Life, but all the insurance sector looking very attractive, particularly for upcoming trading session. So right now HDFC Life is trading at somewhere around 640 to 650. Further upside would be there up to the level of 680 to 690. So from my side, it's like one has to even if one want to add position, then he or she can add a position at present level, and if has a position particularly in the portfolio, please hold this 690 700 would be there during upcoming trading session.
Well, that's the view coming in on HDFC Life. Rupak, coming to you. Next query coming in from our viewer Nikhil Sharma from Mumbai. He holds 60 shares of NTPC at a buy price of roughly 340 rupees per share. He's asking when should he go ahead and book profit, if at all, or should he continue to hold for the longer term? And he's also asking when would be the perfect time to sell Tata Motors, if that's a call that you recommend with Tata Motors. With 20 shares at a price of 990 rupees is what he had bought Tata Motors for. He's asking you if now is a good time to sell Tata Motors and sell or hold NTPC. So what's your view?
So if we look at the Tata Motor chart, it has been sustaining below 50 EMA for since since the start of September. So it has been falling from 1030 kind of level. Now it is trading around 778. So till the time it is remaining below 810 rupees, the stock is likely to remain in the bear's grip, and there is a possibility that the stock might move down towards the 740 kind of level in the short term. However, if the stock moves beyond 810, the stock has a chance to move towards the higher level. Overall, the stock might remain sell and rise kind of stock for the very short to short term. Above 810, the stock might see a significant upside.
Upside in store as
If
far
you
as
look at the NTPC,
sure.
the stock has been falling since October, and currently the stock has a chance to recover in the short term. Although the stock has been falling with a lower top, lower bottom kind of formation, but this is the first time when there is a chance that the stock might recover significantly, because after two back-to-back positive session, the stock is consolidating right now for the last 2 days. A consolidation breakout on the upside might trigger a rally towards 360, and a stop loss can be placed at 317.
As far as NTPC is concerned, and some upside as far as Tata Motors is concerned is also the view coming in. But moving on, then the next one that we have is coming in from Neelam, writing to us from Jaipur. 20% profit in Bharat Dynamics is what Neelam is holding on to. Hasn't mentioned the buy price or the quantity, but Kunal, regardless, what do you make of this particular counter then?
Well, it's a very good part that Neelam is, particularly in this stock, she has some 20% of return, particularly in this counter. Now, from my side, it's to hold this counter because in this upcoming budget on the 1st Feb, I think we may see some good upside momentum, particularly all the defense counter, because government is going to particularly in this defense counter, and based on which further upside momentum would be there. So positive sentiment will be there based on this budget. If you talk about upper side momentum, then first target that we can see it's a 1400, and if stock breaks this 1400, that further upside would be there up to the level of 1600 as well. So please hold this BDL not only for trading perspective, but short term, medium term, or long term, because the way government has been focusing particularly on this defense sector, further upside would be there in all the defense counter, and particularly in this BDL as well.
For now is the call coming in on BDL. Rupak, let's come to you. Next query coming in from our viewer Senthil from Coimbatore. The query is about the stock Tata Technologies. Average price of 1014 rupees per share. Quantity he's holding is 125. The present loss that he's facing right now with this stock is 26,000 rupees, and his time horizon is 12 to 18 months. Should he continue to hold, buy more to average, or would selling this stock be a good option now? Just book the losses and get out of the stock.
The stock has been falling since mid of the September, and the stock has chances for further fall if it falls below 789. So 789 should be a level where stop loss can be placed. Below 789, the stock somebody who is holding the stock should exit or reduce his position significantly. On the other hand, if the stock moves beyond 840 decisively, then there might be some recovery. Even in the recovery, I would suggest that the stock should be the position should be reduced in the stock.
Take coming as far as Tata Technologies then is concerned. Time for a very quick breather on the show. When we come back, we'll continue taking all of your queries, so don't go anywhere. Related queries, viewers. In fact, the next one that we have is actually coming in from Kunal, who's writing to us about Adani Ports for the next 1 year. Good time to add on to this particular counter, Rupak?
Yes, I think the weekly chart is showing that the stock has a chance to move up towards the higher level. However, the rally might be limited to 1270 kind of level. So if somebody is holding the stock or planning to hold the stock, he can buy the stock with a stop loss of 1129 and for a target of upside target of 1270 kind of level.
The outlook coming in on Adani Ports. Thanks for that outlook coming in. Let's move across, and we have a viewer query coming in from Kerala. Our viewer, pardon me, Jai Krishnan is writing to us. He has Godrej Properties, 2,916 rupees is the buy price for the medium term. Kunal, what are you making of this stock on the charts? He's asking what should he do now? At what level can he average the stock going ahead? What's your take on Godrej Properties?
Well, as of now, stock is looking very attractive on a daily chart. Stock has a strong support somewhere around 2200, even before stock with the support of the same, and afterward it went up to the level of 2500 and even up to the level of 3400. So as per the daily chart and weekly chart, stocks look very attractive. I think this is the perfect time where one can go for average at present level. The item stock is trading at 2363 level, and as per the volatility, I think one should keep strict SL at 2230. If you talk about the upper side target, and first target we can see at 2545, and if stock breaks this 2545, then further upside would be there up to the level of 3000 level. So yes, this stock looks very attractive. Particularly on the daily and the weekly chart for averaging as well.
Kunal's take coming in on Godrej Properties. In fact, the next one that we have, Rupak, is coming in from Sridhar, writing to us from Coimbatore, wants to know about PNB. 370 shares, buy price was just about 134 rupees. Can he book profits at this point? What do you think about this counter?
So I think PNB has a support at 99 rupees. If the stock falls below 99 rupees, there will be chance that the stock might move down towards 93 rupees in the short term, in the short to medium term. So if somebody is holding, he can hold the stock with a stop loss of 99 rupees. So stop loss is very low. And if the stock does not fall below 99 rupees, there is a chance that the stock might move towards 103 and 106.
103 and 106 immediate levels to watch out for on the upside for PNB. Thanks for that view coming in. Kunal, coming to you, our next query is coming in from our viewer Ramesh, who's writing to us from Bangalore. He holds Titan at a buy price of 3,600 rupees. Now, he's not specified the quantity that he's holding. Buy price at 3,600. What's the view going ahead? Time to sell, book some profit, or hold? Like, what's the view?
Well, nothing to worry about this particular counter. No doubt, Ramesh has a position at somewhere around 3,600 level, but nothing to worry about this counter if he has a view of somewhere around medium term to long term, because I am seeing a very good, pretty upside level up to the level of 3,800. So this is the perfect time where Ramesh can go for averaging, and if any fall. If any fall is up to the level of 3,200, even that would be the perfect level for averaging out again. If you talk about upper side target, then 3,800 would be the first target, and if stock breaks this 3,800 and further upside would be there up to the level of 4,200. So big return opportunity is there in the counter, so nothing to worry. Ramesh can go for medium term to long term output for the counter.
That's a take coming in. As far as Titan then is concerned, the next query that we in fact have is coming in from Raj, who's writing to us from UK, wants to know about Yes Bank. He's in fact been holding on to this particular counter since March 2021. Rupak has acquired 10,000 shares in fact at a buy price of 29 rupees. So what do you make of this particular holding then?
So Yes Bank has a resistance at 18 rupees 60 paisas. So the stock needs to move beyond 18 rupees 60 paisa to witness a rally towards 20 rupees. So around 20 there is a resistance, another resistance. Above 20 the stock might move up towards 25 rupees. So we have a resistance at 20 rupees. So somebody is holding the stock. He can hold the stock with a stop loss of 1780.
Immediate stop loss to watch out for on Yes Bank. Moving on, Kunal, coming to you. Our next viewer query coming in from Girish from Bangalore, holding 50 shares of Asian Paints, buy price at 2,500 rupees. What's the next step of action that you would recommend for him to take?
Well, if you talk about Asian Paint, right now Asian Paint is trading at 2,250 level, and viewer has a position at somewhere around 2,500. I think this is the perfect time where one can go for price buying and go for averaging as well, because stock has a strong support on a weekly chart. It's somewhere around 2,200, and even last time stock took the support of the same, and afterwards it went up to the level of 3,400. So if you talk about medium term to long term, this stock looks perfect. This stock looks very attractive for medium term to long term at the present level. If we talk about upper side first target, and first target would be at 2,600, and if stock breaks this 2,600, then further upside would be there up to the level of 3,000. So this is the perfect level, attractive level for creating a long position, and even for averaging out as well.
That's a take coming in as far as Asian Paints then is concerned. Rupak, I'm going to come right back to you about Hindalco, because we do have Rohan writing to us from Mumbai, wants to know about the 1,500 shares of Hindalco that he's purchased. Buy price was 700 rupees, so can he add more at current prices, and what should he do at this point then?
So I think he can add some share right here with a stop loss of 594. So the support level is strong. 594 would be the stop loss. If it does not go below 594, there is a chance that the stock might continue moving towards 650 in the short term. So it's a good stock to add right now for a upside target of 650.
Good add on Hindalco right now, upside target of 650. But Rupak, Kunal, stay on with us. We'll slip into a very short break. But viewers, keep writing to us, keep sending us all your stock specific queries on that number on the top of the screen. We'll be addressing all of them just on the other side of this short break.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. Let's continue taking all of your stock-related queries. Then the next one that we have is coming in from Vijay, who's writing to us about Equitas Small Finance Bank. Kunal, 550 shares, buy price was 79 rupees. Wants to know if he can sell at this point.
Well, if you talk about Equitas Small Finance Bank right now, stock has been trading at 75 level, and the way stock has been trading on a daily chart, I think further upside momentum would be there. Since last 3 to 4 days, we have been continuously watching winning streak, and recently stock also has given a breakout of its cup and handle formation. So based on this formation, we may see a further upside momentum up to the level of 82, and if stock breaks this 82, then 87 would be there. So from my side, please hold the stock as of now. Pretty upside momentum would be there in the counter.
Okay, Kunal, thanks for that view coming in. Rupak, coming to you, we have a slightly interesting, a slightly unique query coming in. We don't address this query very often on the show. The stock is Hero Moto, but our viewer Sagar is writing to us, and in fact, he's asked for a combined view on Hero Moto. So Kunal and Rupak would appreciate both your views coming in. The case here is he's holding shorts on this stock from 5750 levels. 5750 is the buy price. He has shorted this stock, and this he has bought in October. Do you think it's better to book out profits right now, or are you sensing another round of correction that could aid his short position over here? Rupak, you can go first, and then we'll take Kunal's view as well.
Okay, the stock has fallen significantly from the level of 6150 kind of level. So there was a significant fall from the high level, and currently the stock is consolidating around its recent low, and the indicator RSI is showing is chance of stock being recovering towards 4500. So it's a level where one can consider booking some profit, and one may re-enter a short position once the stock moves towards 4500.
All right, then Kunal, what is your take coming in? Do you concur?
Well, if you talk about Hero MotoCorp right now is trading with a strong support of its 100 weeks moving average. Now, stock means we may expect some kind of bounce back based on this 100 weeks moving average. Not only this, on a daily chart, stock has a strong support somewhere around 4,000 level, and means multiple structure are there based on which we can expect some kind of bounce back from the present level. So first view, yeah, definitely one should square up their short position. Second view, this is the perfect time where one can go for creating a long position with strict SL of somewhere around 4,000 level on closing basis. If we talk about first target, 4,500, as Rupak mentioned, 4,500 would be the first target, and stock breaks this 4,500, and further upside momentum would be there up to the level of 5,100. So this is the perfect time where one should go for creating a long with added confidence.
Take coming in as far as Hero Moto then is concerned. A quick reminder for our viewers before we move on to the next query then, that this is the Techie Special on Friday then. So do write to us from a technical perspective, because from a fundamental perspective, we may not be able to address your queries. But the next one that we in fact then have, Rupak, is coming in from Shanmuga Sundaram, writing to us from Coimbatore, wants to know about HAL. 50 shares buy price was 4,100 rupees. So what do you make of this particular holding?
So the stock HAL is showing some early signs of Angel 1.
Right, HAL is the counter, correct.
So the stock is showing the initial sign of recovery, and it has started recovering in the recent time. And till the time the stock is remaining above 3750 on a closing basis, I think that the recovery might continue in the short term as well. And on the higher end, I see that there is a resistance at 4,300. Above 4,300, the stock might move towards 4,600. So there is a possibility that the stock might move towards 4,600 in the short term.
The outlook on HAL. Kunal, coming to you, we have our next query coming in from Mr. Kumar over here. He's bought Manappuram Finance, average price of 203 rupees per share, and this is 1,500 shares is what he holds for Manappuram. And IDFC First Bank, average 75 rupees per share, and 10,000 shares of this company. Now, what he's saying is that if he combines his losses right now, it's a cumulative loss of 1.5 lakh rupees coming in across both of these holdings. Should he hold on to them, hoping for some recovery, or is now the time to just book these losses and exit both of these positions?
Please hold as of now, because Manappuram Finance is trading at 186 above its 100 days moving average. Stock has been trading for hedging channel formation only on a weekly chart. The trend is on upside only. So, we may see a good upside momentum in the Manappuram Finance. First target we can see to 192. Now, if stock breaks this 192, then one way upside momentum would be there up to the level of 230 to 240. So, nothing to worry about this Manappuram Finance also. Now, please hold this Manappuram Finance. And if you talk about IDFC First Bank, then right now IDFC First Bank is trading at the 62.45. Now there is a concern with this bank because this stock has been trading in a downtrend since long, and further downside would be there. So from my side, please hold strict SL at somewhere around 59 on a closing basis. If stock breaks this 59, then further downside would be there up to the level of 48. So for Manappuram, please hold the stock, and for IDFC, please hold the stock with strict SL of 59 on a closing basis.
And that's Kunal's take coming in as far as those two counters are concerned. Time for a very quick breather on the show. When we come back, we'll continue taking all of your stock related queries, so don't go anywhere.
Hi there, welcome back to Buy Now, Sell Now. Let's just take a quick look at the markets. We've seen some sort of a bounce back from the day's lowest point, 23,157, so about 23,150 for now. But still, I would not say we're completely out of the woods right now, because Sensex also some sort of a recovery coming in, but we're not very far away from the day's lowest point as of now. Nifty Bank continues to tank 1.6% lower is where that index is, despite a very nominal recovery coming in over there. Also, let's just quickly take a look at what the broader markets are doing. And before we do that, India Wix has spiked up, and there's no surprises there, because exactly when around 10:30, 11, when we saw the market dip, that's when India Wix spiked up 3.5%. Nifty mid cap, some recovery coming in, it's trying to claw back towards the green. So Nifty mid cap looking at least better compared to its other peer indices right now. Nifty small cap also building on to some gains, trying to come back to the green. Almost a 0.5% cut is where the Nifty small cap is right now, but looking optimistic as of now on the charts. But well, yes, that's what the market is shaping up to be like. Let's keep it going with all your stock specific queries. Kunal, coming to you, we have our viewer Tushar from Delhi writing to us. The stock in focus is Apollo Hospital over here. He wants to invest in this stock for the long term, and he's asking, would the current levels be a good entry point to start accumulating? What's your view over here?
Well, right now Apollo Hospital is trading somewhere around 6,800 level. I think this is the perfect time where one should get into the stock for medium term to long term, because on a monthly and weekly chart, stock has been continuously trading above its all long term moving averages, and on a daily chart recently, stock has taken the support of the 6,600 as well. So pretty bounce back would be there in the counter during upcoming trading session. Now we talk about medium term to long term target, and first target we can see the 7,600 level, and if stock breaks this 7,600 level, then further upside would be there up to the level of 8,000. So yes, definitely one should get into the stock at present level for medium term to long term.
As far as Apollo Hospitals then is concerned, that's the one to look at. But moving on, then let's also take a look at the next query that we in fact have coming in, Rupak, because we do have Sunita Rai writing to us from Bengaluru, wants to know about Canara Bank. Any other PSU banks except Canara Bank that you're looking at? And also, are there any levels that you have in mind when it comes to Canara Bank as well?
I've been looking at the Canara Bank only, as the stock has given a breakout from a flat pattern on the daily chart. Also, sorry, on the hourly chart. Also, the stock has been sustaining above a important moving average. The stock looks good for a rally towards 107 in the short term, and the support can be placed below 93.90.
So that's 93.9 support level for Canara Bank. Kunal, coming to you, we have Chitra writing to us from Bangalore, holding 600 shares of Birlasoft at an average price of 598 rupees per share. Please, could you suggest what's the next step of action? Should she continue to hold, accumulate, sell? What's the next step according to you?
I think if you talk about overall IT pack and particularly BSOFT, I think we may see a further spark in the counter and overall IT pack after this 20th of Jan. And I think 2024 was belong to IT sectors only, and again we may see a good upside momentum, particularly overall IT pack in this 2025. So right now Birla pack is trading at the 535 level. Further upside that we can expect the counter is up to the level of 587, and this is the perfect time where one can go for averaging as well, when one can go for creating a fresh long as well. If we talk about overall long-term perspective, then we may see a good upside momentum in the counter up to the level of 760 to 840. So nothing to worry about this counter at present level, because overall IT packs looks very attractive, and we may see a good spark in all the IT counters after the 20 Jan.
So take coming in as far as Birlasoft then is concerned, the next one that we have in fact is coming in on 3 counters, Kunal, because we do have RT Ahuja who's writing to us from a 3 to 4 year perspective, wants to know that given the current volatility that we've seen recently, CG Power, NCC and Nalco, how are you looking at these 3 counters then?
Stock on NCC first. Right now, NCC is trading at 247 level with strong support at 340 level, and the way government is going to focus particularly on the defense infra and railway, I think NCC will gaining particularly from the infra sectors. If you talk about the overall long-term outlooks on a weekly chart, stock has been continuously trading on a high bottom formation above all its long-term moving averages. So our stock is trading with its strong support at 240 to 230. We may see a good bounce back up to the level of 320 to 360. So yes, from my side, one can get into the stock at present levels. Now, if we talk about Nestle Aluminium, stock is trading at somewhere around 201 level. Even this stock has been trading in a higher top, higher bottom formation above all its long-term moving averages. And the way overall, if you talk about overall metal outlooks, then metal outlooks looks very positive, particularly in this 2025, because government is focusing particularly more on the infra part, and definitely metal will gain particularly from this outlook. Right now, National Aluminium is trading at 201 level. Downside strong support comes at 178 to 180. If we talk about upper side target, and first target comes at 260, and if stock breaks this 260, then further upside would be there up to the level of 320. So these stocks looks very attractive amongst other metal counters in the metal sectors. And may I know the third stock's name?
Right, NCC, Nalco and CG Power are the 3 stocks that RT was looking at.
If you talk about CG Power, we have seen a very good upside momentum, particularly in the CG Power. It was trading somewhere around 40 level, and right now it is trading at 642. So very pretty return that we have been seeing in the counter in past days. But yes, definitely we may see a good upside momentum even from the present level as well. Right now, stock is trading at 642 levels, and one can get into the stock at present level because stock has strong support at 600 level. And if you talk about upper side target, and 800 would be the first target, and if stock breaks this 800, and further upside would be there up to the level of 880. So these 3 stocks looks very attractive, particularly if you talk about overall GDP, overall fundamental of this Indian economy.
Okay, so that's the take coming in on a bunch of those stocks. Let's keep it going with queries. And Rupak, we have Vidya from Chennai writing to us. She's a short-term trader looking for fresh entry into a few banking names, the likes of HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank and Axis Bank. And also on Axis Bank, we have a query coming in from Srinivasan from Navi Mumbai, who is holding Axis Bank at 840 levels. So what's the combined view coming in on Axis Bank for both of our viewers? And also, what are the charts looking like for the short term, if you could give us that perspective for HDFC Bank as well as ICICI Bank as well?
All the 3 large cap private sector bank are looking a bit negative after a breakdown from their previous consolidation. So all the 3, like Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, and HDFC Bank, all the 3 banks are into the decline, and a further decline might happen. For if we talk about the Axis Bank first, so the Axis Bank has a support at 950. Once the stock falls below 950, further correction looks possible. However, if somebody who is planning to buy the stock by Axis Bank, he can place a stop loss below 950 and can buy around 975 kind of level. And on recovery, the stock might move towards 1030 kind of level. Above 1030, the stock might move towards 1150 kind of level. So we have a chance for Axis Bank, which might move towards the higher level till the time it is remaining above 950. Rest 2 banks are looking a bit bearish as compared to Axis Bank.
That's a take coming in as far as all three of these banking counters then are concerned. The next one that we in fact have is coming in from Mahalakshmi, writing to us from Hyderabad. Wants to know about the 525 shares of NTPC, then Kunal. She bought them at a buy price of 395 rupees. She wants to know if she can add some more for the next 2 years. What do you think of this then? Kunal?
Yeah, right now stock is trading at 325 level. Stock took the support of its 300 level on a weekly chart. If we talk about moving averages wise, then stock has been trading over its 100 days moving average. Recently, it also took the support of 100 weeks moving average. So all the equation goes in favor of creating fresh long position as well as averaging out as well. So yes, definitely this is the perfect time where one can go for averaging their NTPC position. If you talk about overall long-term portfolio, then we may see a good upside momentum up to the level of 360. Now this is for short-term target. If stock breaks this 360, then further upside would be there up to the level of 420 to 460. So NTPC looks very attractive if we talk about medium-term to long-term at present level. Now, not only NTPC, but if anybody want to go for creating a long position, even
Okay, Kunal, we'll have to stop you on that note. And Kunal and Rupak, thanks so much for joining us. But quickly shifting.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.